So as you can see, my mower just quit going up the hill. If this is happening to you, then stay tuned. I'm going to show you a possible cause for that. This is Rudy from Take a Bath Productions with another video showing you how to fix various things. If you're new to my channel, consider subscribing by clicking that button below. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that I've got the back of the mower jacked up pretty tall right here. I realize that most of you are not going to be able to do it this way. I had to do it this way so that I could get my cameras in there and be able to film this a little bit better. If you don't have a way to jack it up quite this high, then you can run the back of the mower up on top of some automotive ramps if you have something like that. But you'll need to find a way to get under the back of the mower. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do here is get this electric clutch out of the way, and that means you got to get this deck belt off. So the easiest thing I know of to do here is kind of grab the belt and pull it down and then just roll it on out of there. Be real careful not to let your fingers get pinched in there because it's not going to feel very good. All right, so we got that out of the way. Now what I usually do is I use an impact right here and just take that off of there. If you don't have an impact, then you're going to have to take this grill off the top of the motor, just like I'm showing right here, and get a socket and probably a helper to hold that nut right there so the motor doesn't turn, and then you'll be able to take this off. But with an impact, you don't need to do all that. Before you pull the clutch out, you're going to have to disconnect the wire that's under the starter right here. Just squeeze these and pull, and that's that. Once you get that disconnected, just pull this wire out of there so that it doesn't get hung up on anything, and then just unscrew the bolt. It's a 5/8 socket that you need for this, and like I said, if you don't have an impact, you're going to need to hold the nut at the top of the motor, but we have an impact here, so we're just going to use that. I did have to use a little bit of a swivel right here because of the bar that's in the way. Just hold on to that so it doesn't fall on your head if you're laying underneath this thing. And looks like I do have a wire tie here, so let me get something to cut that with. And just pull him out of the way. As you can see right here, we have this idler wheel right here, and that's really all that's holding this belt in at this point. What you're going to have to do, this is spring-loaded on the other side, and what I usually do with this is I'll grab that spring with something like a ratchet strap and pull it so that it moves this way and holds the pressure off of the belt. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Well, what you're looking at here is the top side of the mower, and this is the idler spring I was telling you about. And luckily they give you enough meat here to hook something to. So just hook a ratchet strap to it. That's the best way that you can do that. It doesn't matter what you hook the other end to. I'm hooking it to a wheel on the deck. So I'm just going to start pulling, and yeah, I'm pulling against the spring, and that will relieve the pressure on the belt. There we go. Looks good. Just leave that like that until you're done. As you can see here, the tension from the idler is relieved. So now what you're going to have to do is remove the belt from around the motor and from the idler, and then you're going to have to weave it out from the top of the pulleys on the transmissions. That's it. That's simple. And then I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. There we go. The belt is out. All right, so we got the new belt ready. And here's the part number right here. And I'll see if I can post a link to it down below. But anyway, just do the same thing that I just did, except in reverse.
Might take a little bit of finagling there because it just gets hung up real easy. There we go, that's on. I'm just going to relieve the pressure on the spring with my strap that I've got right here and put it back the way it was. Now that you've got the drive belt back on, you want to put the electric clutch back. You're going to want to make sure that this keyway in the electric clutch lines up with the keyway in the crankshaft, and also this hole right here in the electric clutch lines up with this tab right here that's sticking down, and the wire is going to be facing to the right when you do this. And also make sure this spacer right here is sitting on top of the clutch like so. And when you do all that, the wire should be facing to the right side. There we go. And the tab is in there. And then just put the bolt back. And remember, before we had a wire tie on that wire, so make sure that goes back so that that doesn't wind up coming loose and getting all tangled up in the pulley. There'd be a whole lot of sadness if that happened. And just put the deck belt back the same way you had it before. Just get it started on there and then just roll it around. Making sure not to get your fingers pinched. There we go. So the only thing left at this point is I got to put the wire tie back up here, and I've got to plug in the electric clutch up there by the starter. Remember before I took it off of there? So that's how I changed the drive belt on a Husqvarna zero-turn lawnmower. If you have any questions, comment below. And thanks for watching.